Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank Ashley for coming in. A great round, Ashley. I mean, not the finish that you were looking for, but still a very, very good round.
Yeah, through 10 holes, it could have been quite amazing, really. I'm pretty happy with it all in all. Even the finish was a little bit tough. I probably took a little bit of an unwarranted risk on the 8th, but I'm still happy with the way I played and happy with that decision. So yeah, it's all pretty good, really.
Do you know Victoria very well?
Yeah, I know Vic pretty good. I grew up in Melbourne and played pennant for Huntingdale, so we played here quite a bit, and obviously last year with the Masters as well. It's fantastic. I love it, really.
Great. Questions, please, ladies and gentlemen. Steve.
Ash, congratulations on the round, though. But what happened to 8? Were you just trying to go for too much out of the bunker? Or?
Yeah, it was actually really close to getting over the bunker. I thought I was half a chance to get over, but I sort of tried a little bit too much. I was quite close to the lip, but by aiming further left of the lip, it was further in front of me. So I thought I might be able to get a 7-iron through it, and I actually changed to 8. It was close. I was trying really to slice it up there, but I don't know. It's kind of the way I play, really. I tend to go for things, and on a couple of holes before, I was very good, and I chipped out sideways on 5. So yeah, I was probably had a bit in me that I should go for that one.
Ashley, you've had one of the great 9 holes going out in 29. You're 8 under through 10 holes. Can you just take us through your thought processes? Were you contemplating 59, or how low were you looking to go?
I did a little bit, but not a great deal. I was still thinking, basically one shot at a time. I was thinking that I could. I was really happy to get away with. After I made par on the second, I really struggled down that hole. I thought, okay, that was almost a little bit of a scare for me, and not to get too far in front. So I was taking it fairly simple, and just one hole at a time and see what I got, really.
Ash, you've been playing well without rolling them in, haven't you, really? So this hasn't been a total surprise to you?
No, not really. I have struggled quite a lot with the putter over the summer. The first round of the Australian Open at the Lakes, I made 8 birdies for 2 under. It's there, and have been telling myself that all summer. So it's nice that hopefully it's here all week. That's what I'm hoping for.
So now, do you think you beauty that's a 65 or a 66 rather, or do you go?
Yeah, it's a little disappointing, but I'll tell you what, if you told me that I'd shoot 66 when I teed off this morning, I would have been pretty happy with it. So,
Steve.
And Ash, so the way the course is playing today, do you see that? I mean, is that a really good score, or do you think there'll be a few other people on that number or around there?
I saw on the last Poulter had a couple to go. He was 5. I'd probably assume he will finish 6 if he was. Oh, he was behind us. So yeah, he might finish 5. But yeah, I think 5 or 6 probably was always going to be leading at the start of the day. It was the greens are bouncy enough, but they're still receptive, and they're perfectly true. So I suppose it helps that I rolled a few putts in as well, that the ball just kept on rolling straight. So yeah, I think that was always going to be leading.
Ash, how much of this is a family game for you, do you think? Like, it's your grandfather walking along, he's
he
bursting with pride, isn't he?
He definitely doesn't miss a tournament in Melbourne. They used to love the pennant season. They used to have 8 weeks in a row every Sunday walking the golf course, and they were a little bit disappointed with professional golf. There's only a few tournaments in Melbourne, but they've been away for quite a few months as well, so they only just returned from overseas. So I went around there last night, and they were absolutely chomping to get out here, so they'll be out all week, that's for sure.
Could you sense him when you got to 8 under after the first there? Could you sense how pumped he was?
He was, and I saw that he needed a drink too, so I had to get him a drink. He's not getting any younger, that's for sure, but he's probably definitely number 1, number 2 fan, that's for sure.
What's his name?
Gary Vanderhyde.
gentlemen. Another question? Would you like the microphone?
Thank you. The recent addition I see here,
Yeah,
big buzz.
yeah, Mr. Cooper. He's coming up 3 months on Monday. He's a very, very big boy, as you can see. He likes his food, but it's absolutely extra incentive to play well. Absolutely.
And just briefly, what would be the highlights of your professional career? This today?
No, I'd definitely still consider my 2 wins that I've had. I won in 2007 at the Vic PGA. That was my first year on tour. I just come off, I won Q School, Australian Q School, and that was the first event of the year, and I kind of come out of nowhere and won that in a playoff. And then 2009 I won the Vic Open at Spring Valley, and that was a lead from start to finish. So that definitely meant more, the Vic PGA, the Vic Open. But yeah, that would be the highlights. This is the process, I suppose, until Sunday.
Ashley, has the addition of the family changed your approach at all and made it more important that you perform on the course?
Yeah, it's more important, but it's funny. I definitely want to play a lot better and more, but I'm actually possibly even playing less. I mean, we played 4 weeks in a row from the Australian Open through to New Zealand last week, and last week I literally didn't do anything. I played 9 holes last week. Didn't practice, didn't hit any balls, and I'm sort of trying to get my practice to be a lot more specific into golf rather than standing on the range for a couple of hours. You know, I want to be there for a shorter time, so my practice has to be quality. So I'm really working hard on changing that.
Ash, what's going on with in Asia for you at the moment? Like,
I'll be playing full One Asia schedule next year. I think I finished 14th on the order of merit there this year. I did quite well up there. So there's a player meeting on Tuesday. They say there's going to be 13 events up there, so I'm hoping there's 13. Asia's a very funny place when it comes to golf, so sometimes they say some things and they don't happen. So yeah, hoping for 13 events, and yeah, I'll play here as well.
Ash, mate, Asia's a funny place, as you were saying, to play golf. It's fascinating how everyone sees an Australian professional. They just think of the riches on the PGA Tour, the European Tour. Can you just talk about life for someone at your level at this stage, where you're at, and what it's like to be a professional?
Well, with One Asia's been very good to us Australian golfers with the Australian involvement. And the difference between the One Asia Tour the last few years and the old Asian Tour that I played my first 2 years is that the events that I'm getting in compared to the Asian Tour, they're all $1 million US. If you play well, you can actually make money, whereas the Asian Tour, the events that you get in off Q School are $300,000 events, and you have to, yeah, you can still make money, but you have to be winning. So that's the big difference, and I think for Australian golfers it's been quite good. I suppose at the end of the day you still have to play well to make the money.
mate, when you won at Spring Valley, and you're just saying, you know, you led from the start, do you feel like you've got the confidence to hold all these blokes off?
Yeah, I feel, although it is what they call a Tier 2 event, you know, there wasn't the big names there, but there's absolutely no reason why I can't. I mean,
so it doesn't faze you that Donald or Poulter or...
No, I'd love the chance to play with them. Absolutely, I'd definitely learn. A guy that's dominated the game like he did this year, it's quite phenomenal what he did. So I'd love to play with him and see how I go. I think I've been around for long enough that I'm not really scared by those guys anymore. So yeah, I think I'll be able to match it, that's for sure. I've got a bit more local knowledge too.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I think the baby needs him, so we'll conclude. Thanks, Ash. Thanks for coming in.
No problem.
That was great.